back, late bloomers, to another episode of Late Bloomer with Tom and Gene.
I'm Tom.
I am Gene.
And welcome to Late Bloomer with Tom and Gene. And we got our first guest, Gene.
I know.
Fucking
I
finally.
am so excited. Obviously, we had Maddie on before as well.
Right.
But this is the first guest that we have on YouTube.
For visual. So now you can see our glorious faces
Yes.
and our guest's okay face. So we are so excited. Let's bring him in. It's our good buddy. He's a YouTuber. He's an animator. A phenomenal debater on YouTube. Our good friend. Please, he's actually an average wingman as well.
An amazing wingman.
Our good friend, the amazing Lucas. Oh my goodness.
Keep your panties. No, thank you.
Woo!
right.
How you doing, Lucas?
Doing amazing.
Thank you so much for coming
No
on.
pun intended. Thank you for the invitation.
You know what? The things that we do for our boys are just out of this world, you know?
100%.
So
Was that a proper introduction for you? Did you like that?
That was good. That was good.
The average wingman part?
That was, I always expect some stupid. Can I curse?
Yeah, you
Okay.
can say whatever the fuck.
All right,
you
gotcha.
Yeah, fuck yeah.
I always expect some stupid shit from Tom, but yes, that was
Yeah.
good. That was
Yeah.
We've known each other for 2 years, so
Yes,
it's at this
yes.
point, you know.
I would say,
Just waiting
Lucas,
for it.
but the primary thing is that you're very active on YouTube.
Mm-hmm.
Would you call yourself a YouTuber?
Would I call
Are you
myself
hungry?
YouTube?
I wonder if the mic's gonna catch that.
Probably. Thought I had something. I usually. No, I didn't. No, I had salmon. No, I had food.
You're right, you did.
I had.
You're right.
Okay, yeah.
You're
no.
welcome for that
I needed more,
recommendation.
probably. I needed more. I don't
Yeah.
think so. I feel like that's a douchey term.
What?
YouTuber? Why?
I don't know.
Literally everybody wants
Like
to
who
be that.
introduces themselves as a YouTuber? I'm a
Half the
YouTuber.
city.
I feel like now, well, obviously LA, it's a different thing, but I feel like also now, like saying a YouTuber is almost a positive. Whereas in like 5 years ago, you said you're a YouTuber, people were like, you're a fucking joke.
Yeah.
Interesting. I see it as like
Now
I'm
the
an
new
actor.
joke is I'm a TikToker. That's the worst.
Is that the
one.
new YouTube?
That's the new YouTube.
Got it, okay.
Yeah.
But when you're out and people say, what do you do? What do you say?
I do animation.
But your main...
Until we
but you
get
don't.
close enough that I know you're not crazy, then I'm like, sprinkle in. I kind of do a little bit of this.
Yeah, but you say entertainer and animator a lot when we're like at a
Entertainer.
bar.
That's a good one.
You've said
Have
that
I said that before?
all the time. You say
I'm on a
entertainer.
whole nother
He
level. then.
forgot
You don't
what he
even know
did.
this.
I'm impressed by that. No, I would never think about it. I'm an entertainer.
That's kind of what
That's
I go
good.
by as well, right? I do like acting, comedy, TikTok, all this shit.
How many
but,
auditions you been on
When,
recently?
anyways,
What a doucher.
all right, let's get this guy
This
off.
guy, you like, what do we even need that? We just need Lucas and Gene.
Late bloomer with Gene.
But no, seriously, I would say I'm an entertainer. I wouldn't be like, oh, I'm a TikToker, right? Even though that is probably my primary.
That's the
platform.
follow-up to entertainer, though.
What is?
What do you mean?
Like, what do
Oh,
you
they,
do
like,
in
specify?
entertainment? Yeah.
Okay.
Right, that's true, but that's the first thing. I wouldn't be like, hey, what do you do? I'm a TikToker.
So what, you immediately, deflect the conversation?
Not necessarily deflect, but it's like I do a lot of things, right? I don't just do TikTok. I don't just do acting. I don't just do comedy. I don't just do a podcast.
Okay.
But it's like, hey, I do all of these things, and then if you want me to elaborate, then I will.
Got you.
Yeah.
All right.
So let's talk about your YouTube career. I've seen your early videos of like 2014, 2015.
Yes.
You're kind of in a parking lot with like your phone, I'm guessing, and
Yes,
the only
wow.
lighting you get
All right.
is
Stalkers.
the
Okay,
sun.
cool.
We do our research for our guests.
yeah, we
We're
did our
thorough.
research.
all right?
That's what women say. Oh, I just did my research.
Listen, I mean,
We looked you up on what
Just
was the
doing my
site I looked him up
Social
on? It was
Blade?
like
No.
no. It was like YouTubedrama.com.
That's him.
Something.
Really?
Yeah.
Really? Oh. I need to
he
get
never
more.
looks himself up, which
I
is
need
very
to get
humble.
more than that. That's weird.
What, looking yourself up?
Yeah.
You're
Have
just
you
too
looked-
humble,
you guys,
bro.
Have you guys looked yourselves?
Well, I mean, my giant
it
700 followers.
It would be ridiculous to say you've never Googled yourself. We all have.
My name is so generic. I would have to dig to find my
That's
name.
true.
you know,
That's true.
so
It's like John Smith.
it is exactly
Yeah,
like John Smith.
yeah.
Yeah.
Wow.
But anyway, so let's talk about your early YouTube. I mean, what made you want to just start in like? What did you start? 2014,
Felt like I could do it
2015?
better.
Do what? YouTube.
YouTube, yeah.
So
What was talking? Well, it was about what was it? The first video was
weightlifting.
No, the first video was actually about which superheroes were on steroids.
Oh.
Wow.
That's interesting. Okay.
Quality
I like that.
content,
I like
mind
that.
you.
No, I like
Quality
that.
content.
Only the highest. And you shot with like a little like.
Yeah, it was
nothing
in my phone.
Yeah.
Not in my phone. That would have been dope though.
Yeah.
No, it was on my phone in the parking lot. Yeah. I was like,
your
yo,
apartment?
Hulk.
At
Yeah.
the gym? Wow.
Yeah.
What made so you just wanted to start, you think you can do it better, and I think you got in at probably like the prime years, like the 2014, 2015, I think is like when, because I think it's impossible
I
to
think you
start
got
now.
in even early, I could say.
Really?
Right? I think YouTube really started blowing up, like, I'd say 2017, 2018, right? That's when, like, you know, the Team 10 house and, like,
But
all that other
I'm
shit
saying
was
like
coming out, right?
Dobrik and Logan Paul, I mean, they've been doing it for years. I mean, they were like the early teens.
Right.
And
But
got
he's been
in-
around pretty much just as long.
Right,
almost,
I suppose.
right?
Yeah, I suppose. So, like, how often did you post in your early days? Were you just like, let's see how it goes? If I get
Yeah, we'll
numbers
see
right?
how it goes. Because at the time I was working at the gym. So I was like,
Personal training, right?
Yeah. It was mostly fitness.
But
And YouTube is always something you wanted to do, even while you were, you know, working at the gym.
No, not always wanted to. I just felt like it's like, I don't really. The people are following. It was like cool, but at the time it was like, it was when fitness was really big, and everyone was like, "Oh, I'm gonna, take off my shirt and do, workouts."
They
in the
still do
gym."
that, by the way.
Yeah. It's so cringe now. I feel. And I hate using that word, but it is.
I get it.
Yeah, I was just like, yo, I can, like, yeah, I know, I knew about bodybuilding. I can definitely comment on, the Olympia and, this person and that person or workouts and whatnot. Because I was doing it, I was living
You're
it.
credible
at the time.
with it. At the
Yeah.
time. Okay.
So.
So was your growth more like, was it one video, or was it like you threw out 100 and you slowly saw it? Or,
Yeah, it was mostly seeing, where, what connected, and then what connected with me. Because what always connects with the audience is not necessarily what you like or enjoy or want to comment on.
And we have questions later on because you're more political now, and that's even more polarizing. And you get I've seen countless of your live streams, man. You have 3 days dedicated to people calling in and disagreeing with you.
It's fun.
Yeah, I mean you're good at it.
We were doing some research on you, and you had like this one, I mean, like multiple throughout the week, but like 2-hour-long live streams.
Yeah.
And I'm just like, damn, like, dude, all these people really want to hate on you and ask you questions and argue back and forth with you? Or
It's more of a seeing. It's more of seeing where my headspace is, and also probably seeing where their arguments lie or what they believe or what they're trying to think what their
motives almost or intent.
motives. What was it called when you go into something you already have a
Like a preconceived notion.
yes, there we go, preconceived notions.
Got it. Okay. Interesting. So your early days, you were doing like bodybuilding. I think you did like a little like dating stuff, and then video games and
Yeah, because
all that.
bodybuilding and dating went hand in hand. I was like, okay,
Yeah.
because there's not that much in fitness to talk about.
Right,
I was
right.
just like, yo, if you don't get how to do a squat after like 3 videos, like just
not
jump
your-
off a
sorry.
bridge. I don't know what to tell you.
right.
So I was
they
like,
can't jump it. They're gonna need to squat.
yeah, just lie down and
just roll over it.
exactly.
Right.
And then I noticed a lot of people got into fitness because of like, oh, I want to be big for girls. I was like, okay, it seems like the markets overlap.
Got it. And so
Little
you saw a lot of
shaky.
like fitness YouTubers, like these guys have no idea what they're talking about. They're terrible form. They're not that big, or is that kind of what's going on?
Well, I
there,
felt it was a way to broaden the audience.
Got it. And did you notice like were the bodybuilding videos getting way more than the dating or the?
It was kind of hand in
one?
hand. Hand in
They're,
hand.
they're similar numbers.
More, yeah, for the most
Interesting.
part.
Okay.
Most part, the fitness videos were doing a little bit better, but the dating was like, oh, okay, what's this? What's going on?
So
here?
what made you want to transition into the political area?
What made, well, I was already political. Friends and family growing up, they already knew. It's like I would get into arguments. I wouldn't say arguments, but we'd have discussions.
Yeah.
Passionate
I've seen your discussions.
Passionate discussions,
Yeah.
we say.
Sure.
And I thought it was really interesting when it came to to Trump and Hillary. I thought that was just like, yo, who is this guy?
Got it. And I mean, the SEO must have been phenomenal at the time.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It was good. It
Because
was
you
good.
have, 2 or 3 big name people that you get and like people compare you to a lot.
Yeah.
I mean, there's probably 3 or 4. I don't know if we can.
Who are some of those? I personally don't
That's
know.
fine. It's like Officer Tatum, the Hodge twins. I believe they're more political, and then ABL, right?
Yeah.
Those are kind of like the 3 that they always compare you guys to. Everyone's comparing to everyone.
In that little circle, yeah.
Yeah.
When I saw your old school stuff, I was thinking more like Elliot Hulse.
Oh, interesting.
Interesting.
Interesting. Okay, I never saw
You
that.
guys know who
Did
that is?
Elliot? Yeah, I know
Yeah,
Elliot.
of
Did
course.
he go?
Yeah.
political?
No. Your older stuff.
Like fitness.
Oh, okay,
fitness,
gotcha,
and
gotcha.
then like
Sounds like
how
I
to
know-
pick up chicks.
Gotcha.
Yeah,
I know
yeah.
he was at like the 21 Studios or 21 event or whatever.
Now he does some interesting stuff. He does like semen retention and stuff like that.
Wait,
Really?
Yeah. That's actually a huge community right now. My buddy
Semen
Gold
retention?
Jacket Luke. I don't know if you guys know who that is.
No.
He's like the pioneer of like no fat.
Yeah.
On the YouTube community, and like
Yeah,
he
we
has
don't do
on-
that.
Yeah. We like coming, but
Yes.
no, it's like that's a huge community now, and Elliot Hulse is behind it. Like, don't jerk off, your testosterone stays higher. You'll fuck more girls. You won't be such a beta.
And you're gonna
You'll
last
be more
2 pumps.
confident. Yeah.
You're gonna last 2. Like, I've done a no fap for a while. I think you've done it for a little bit. Have you tried it?
I've done it a long time.
Yeah, I mean, I've noticed is you're a hell of a lot hornier, but like, it kind of dilutes your whole mind when you're like trying to think.
I get what you're
You know,
saying
there's no
because you end up
believing.
your whole entire day is surrounded around like, how can I get laid? How
Right.
can I fuck this girl? What's this girl doing on Instagram? Should I slide into her DM?
Right. What has been your experience with no fap?
Let
Did she do it at some point? Wasn't it you?
me try and come up with an experience.
Okay.
No. I feel like that's where you make poor decisions.
No fat.
Yeah. I think that's dangerous.
Yeah.
Dangerous.
I agree.
Okay,
I agree.
so what do you
I
mean
agree.
by poor decisions?
Dangerous. That's like you just need something. You need a flesh puppet or something like
Fleshlight.
a flesh.
Fleshlight. I
No, a
have one.
flesh sock. That's what they
Flesh
are.
sock. Okay.
That's what they're just walking flesh.
Oh, I see what you're
puppets.
saying. Okay.
Oh, you're saying the person is
Yes,
a flesh.
yes,
Okay,
yes.
got it.
So it's
Got
like
it.
Miss Piggy, everything to.
Is that what you
I was gonna
called
say
her?
Kermit the Frog, but I was like, it's not that
Whatever
bad.
your vibe is, man. We don't
Yeah,
judge.
yeah, no.
Oh, so
Yeah.
you're saying people's standards get lower?
Oh, completely.
Yeah,
I can
yeah.
imagine.
Okay. I
could
see that.
imagine.
You could
Yeah,
imagine
yeah.
that?
Yeah, I could imagine. I can't speak personally, but I can
Right.
imagine that's what would happen.
Okay.
Based on my experience, not to harp on fucking no fat for too long, but based on my experience, the first 2 weeks is very tough.
Yeah.
It's very tough. And
Very
you're,
hard.
like, very horny.
Long.
Right?
Yeah.
And then after you get to about a month, you kind of go back to your true self.
Wow.
You get less horny. They
so
say
then what's the
They
point?
say the maximum like testosterone level is at 2 weeks, 14 days. I think it's actually 13 days.
Dude, I couldn't even go like 4 days. without
After
it.
30 days, you're just kind of like,
'Cause you don't do it that often now, right?
what's the end goal, though?
masturbate maybe. Well, I'm really exposing myself.
fuck it.
Yeah, this is
But
real.
I masturbate maybe once a month. If
Wow,
that,
that's impressive.
If that, I mean,
That
I'm
is so
obviously,
impressive.
I'm obviously having sex with girls in between. But like, no, I'm serious. It's
Yeah.
sometimes I'll fuck girls and I won't even come. Not that I'm like purposely stopping myself, but sometimes I'm like, yeah, I don't really.
Do you
need
climax
to
or
release right
orgasm?
now. Yeah, of
Okay,
course.
okay.
Well, I mean, coming is orgasmic.
I know, but if you're
guys.
not coming at all, do you still get that dopamine hit after
No,
you?
well, it still feels good.
Okay,
right?
okay.
You're still enjoying like
Got it.
the intimate times with the girl,
Got
but not necessarily like releasing.
Got it.
Hey.
What about you,
All
Lucas?
right.
Same question. Just kidding.
Got nothing for you on that one.
All right.
Back
Back to YouTube here.
Yeah,
so,
yeah, I guess so.
but I do want to get into.
But what's the
Okay.
what's the end goal? Like what can you say is different now?
Okay, so
than previously.
The improvements I've seen is more energy.
Mm-hmm.
I am more aggressive, not aggressive in like a creepy way, but like I'm more direct with girls.
Okay.
If you guys have all had the nights where like Friday night rolls around, you're tired, you get kind of horny, so you jerk one off, and then you're like, I don't even feel like going
Yep.
out tonight.
All the time.
I'm just gonna pass out. I'm just gonna make some food and watch Netflix, and you pass out.
Yeah.
I never have those.
You guys spying on me? No, I'm joking.
yeah, actually, that was our research in your window. Just it's like, okay, he's not
I feel
doing
eyes on me. I feel eyes on
What is he watching on Pornhub?
Got it. Well, we know that one.
What is that? I don't know what that is. For our viewers out there, what is he watching?
What is your go-to?
What's my go-to?
Yeah.
Thickness.
Yeah, we know. That's
Okay,
what I
thickness.
know. Yeah.
So what kind of thickness are we talking?
So,
Because
but-
Tom and I have this conversation all the time.
Well, so him and I do all the time. So I say my thick is like 1Q. His thick,
What's
It's one
Q?
Q.
like
What the fuck is it?
THIQ, like just thick. His thick.
Okay, so you
I was
mean
like,
like
what
You
the
have
heck?
like 5 Qs. You're like thick.
not at all. Okay, that's
Yeah,
overweight.
that's for
That's
sure.
overweight.
No, it's
There's
not.
a difference between like
So you
thickness.
like clinically obese, like,
Morbidly-
diabetes,
No.
type A. You're just turned up. No.
No, absolutely not. But there's a difference. There's a level to thickness where it's like.
Give us like a celebrity. Like that you think is like it's like Cardi B too much, or like Nicki
give us a
Minaj. Like
celebrity.
what's like your
I don't know
speed?
because a lot of them have plastic.
Oh yeah, you don't like
That's
plastic.
very.
Okay, so you like natural thing.
Yes.
So just straight up fat.
No,
Just cellulite everywhere.
I love the recharacterization.
Okay,
like,
so give us an example.
yeah.
Or if Tom, you want to start first.
Well, mine's like Ariane Celeste.
Okay.
No, Ariana.
She's a UFC
UFC ring girl.
Ring girl, yeah. I met her once.
Give her-
There's
give
no
give
way
him
that's
another-
thick. That's like fit, probably.
She's
No, he's saying Ariane Celeste. but
No,
I
no.
I know
No.
what he likes.
Yeah, okay, what is it?
What he likes is Kim K.
When she was like in her
K.
20s. In her 20s, yeah.
Kim K?
Not now. Kardashian.
Oh, okay. Okay. Kim K. Oh, sorry, Kim K.
Come on.
Excuse me. I was like, what?
No, they're a little
Kim
curvy.
Kardashian is what he's
In like the
into.
20s. In her 20s.
That's big.
Not now, when she was younger. She was way slimmer, but like way more.
Okay.
Okay, then that's
Coke
not
bottle.
thick.
I know, that's what my point is. 1Q.
Okay, no,
Okay,
then that's not.
That's not even a Q?
That's not Q.
Okay, so
I'm
now I need to know
Gracious,
your
That
cues.
is just.
Okay, give us a celebrity.
I don't even know any. I don't
Who's
know
your background on
celebrities.
that? On your phone.
Oh, she's. I don't know what that is. I'm trying. I can only give you.
You have told me.
I'm thinking of. the only thing I can
Who's
think
that
of
IG?
are porn stars.
Because you had like on some of your YouTube streams, you'll talk about this, and I think you had. Was it like Larsa Pippen when she was younger? Was that your feed? Scottie Pippen's ex?
I don't
You
know.
know what I'm talking about? Okay.
I don't know.
Give us
Can't
like
think of anything.
who do you follow on IG that you're like that's it?
That I know their name? I don't know. I don't know either their names. I just know
Okay.
their bodies. Does anyone really look at a
shallow
name when
piece
you're
of shit.
following? I'm just saying.
Okay.
That's
okay.
the only reason you follow. Do you really know the name? Just like, no, she's nice.
Okay. So
Okay, I
for
respect
what
that.
I go for,
He's like
it's
jacked,
the opposite.
vascular.
Please get the fuck
Really?
Looks like
No,
from
no.
the bad when
No,
he's hitting
oh
it
my-
from the
Okay, so I've
jacked.
had that. I thought I wanted that until I got it, and then I was
Let-
like, yo, I'm
Let me
like doing
talk.
myself.
He thinks I want fucking 180 to 4% body fat with no. That's not what I
You
like.
like him jacked, huh?
What I like is
vascular.
Just
if
a
we're,
massive
if
clit.
we're
just
staying on the if we're massive clit. What the
massive,
fuck are you
from
talking
freaking
about?
injecting himself with stories.
Doing pumps.
We're talking body types.
that-
You
is
go
that your-
straight into talking
Is
about.
that your clit, or you're just
clitorises.
happy to see me?
Okay.
It's jacked.
What I'm
It's a
into.
lean clit.
What I'm
Hey,
into.
little fella.
Oh shit. What are you benching?
Shut up. All right. I'm gonna say what I'm into. I'm
right,
into
say it,
like
say it.
if we're staying in the fitness industry,
Okay.
Buff Bunny. You know what I'm talking about?
No.
Alpha Lead's wife. Buff
He doesn't know
Bunny.
any of this.
Okay.
Bunny, I need to see.
Okay.
Visual.
She's jacked.
Visual.
She's jacked.
Okay. If we're talking,
She's jacked?
if we're talking, she's not jacked.
Buff
She's
Bunny?
got, she's got muscle.
Okay, look it up.
She's got some
Yeah,
light
look it up.
abs.
Look it up. We'll
look
put
it
it
up.
on the screen for you.
Yeah.
Buff Bunny.
Yeah, we'll put it on the computer too. Maybe.
Bunny. This is Buff. She's not jacked.
She's not jacked at all. He's just exaggerating.
Like he says, I like fat. I don't like fat.
Well, okay.
That's what
Maybe
I like.
she,
No. She's definitely. She's definitely.
I
got
told
some
you.
muscle
I
on her.
spoke too soon.
She's definitely got some muscle on her. But
She's like a bikini person.
Yeah, she's like a competitor. Like a.
no.
She has like her card.
I'm not saying I like her when she's on stage with a fake tan and
Got it.
4% body fat and hasn't eaten a donut in months.
That's
Yeah.
not.
I mean, like, you
That's
know, when
basic.
she's not competing.
Ooh.
That's basic.
What do you mean
That's not
basic?
fitness. You can see that in any gym.
That's basic. I'm not saying.
I feel like those are the same thing essentially.
No,
You and him.
no,
Absolutely.
not
at
even a
all.
little
Not at
bit.
all.
Not
His
even a
is
little
fat.
bit.
His
No.
is fat.
No, it's not fat. What are
It's
you
not
talking
fat because
about?
he thinks mine is fat.
Right,
Okay,
right.
okay. So yours
Yeah.
is obese.
Okay, no.
Fat, obese.
No, it's
fit.
not.
Fit, fat,
No.
obese.
Mine's healthy. Healthy curves.
His is healthy.
And mine
His
is
is
healthy.
lean.
Yours,
Like meal prep.
Yours is a slight mom bod.
Yours is skinny.
Yeah, mine's fit.
His is
Mine's
way
fit.
That's not
skinnier,
fit.
yeah.
That's skinny.
And yours is like loves Krispy Kremes. You know. So it's just,
Wait, I'm sorry. Who doesn't love Krispy Kremes?
We went to Krispy Kreme last week.
Okay, calm down
I'm
there.
hoping my girl doesn't like Krispy Kremes.
Of course,
Okay.
everyone loves Krispy
That's true.
Kremes.
Okay, let's go back.
Should we go back to YouTube? That was a big.
Let's go back to YouTube.
Okay.
Can you give us like a basic timeline of like when you started and kind of how you've come up the ranks and become what you are today and what you do today?
Start at the basic time. I'm not good with time.
facts.
Naturally.
As we know.
So it was fitness with dating, that transition to political, and then that's where we are right now.
That's it.
That's it.
And
That's really it.
Interesting.
would you say this is what?
I won't say political because I do have gaming,
Yeah, you do video games.
That's what I
every
was
night,
gonna say. Yeah.
So
and then I have my animation channel, which I need revived. But yeah,
what would be your advice? Because him and I have this debate a lot. Is you just fire them out? Like, well, if it clicks, great. But I'm just gonna keep producing, or are you like one video for the boom?
no,
Like, what was
I was
yours?
very much firing them out.
Just you didn't care much about
Just to get a
production
feel.
quality, or did you?
Because one thing I noticed, I was really big into quality. When it came to my fitness vids and everything, I was like, yo, I'm gonna have, lower thirds, I'm gonna have the graphics come in, boom, boom, boom.
Yeah.
That's good, but I think you can progress to that. You can want to do that,
Got it.
but all that work and time and energy up front, unless you're gonna put money into SEO, unless you're gonna put some money to get those videos
Ads and all
out there,
Yeah.
advertisement, well, I was like, I'm not doing that.
Yeah.
I would wait. So it seems like a progression. So the channel, so it's like a community. It's like, oh, you didn't have lower thirds before. Oh, it's a new quality camera.
kind of see your story.
It's a nice
as the
little
years
story. It's a nice,
progress.
Really?
yeah.
And what
yeah.
were those moments like that you were just like, this is bullshit. Nothing's happening. No videos are clicking. I'm getting too much.
I was
hate.
never like that. Never.
Really?
Getting like, cause I always imagine it of people in front of me. Like that's 10 people. Then when I remember I got excited when there was 100 people. Like that's 100 people who sat through like a video. Then 200? Like what? I think what happens is people belittle the number because they just see them as numbers, not understanding that there's a face behind there.
Right.
Like if you were in the auditorium, there was 400 or 500 people there listening to what you were saying.
Yeah.
That's a little bit different. I don't think a lot of people could
That'd be
perform
intimidating.
on. Yeah, extremely.
Without just-
intimidating.
I know exactly what you mean because I do stand up. So you perform at a 200-person show. That's fucking massive, right? But I get 200 views on an Instagram video. I'm like,
Fail.
oh, it flopped.
So do you think
it
people are
flopped.
just comparing themselves to the greats of like the Logan Paul and Dobrik and these guys? Like, well, I want to hit 15 million and I only got 40. Is that? Do you think people get so hung up on the number?
I think they do, and I think instead of comparing as far as the number, they should compare the content and what led them to that road of getting the million or whatnot. And that's going to come down to as far as the audience, whether or not there's a big enough audience for what you're even good at, and then on top of that, as far as consistency. Because there are a lot of people who probably put out. I've come across dead channels before. I was like, yo, why are they
I
stopped?
know one.
It's good. Like they'll put. Yeah, you got dead channels.
Well, so
We're
Gene,
really gonna talk about this Tom right here.
But it's consistency, and I think that's difficult if you're expecting that 1,000 or 1,000,000 video or this and that. It's just putting it out there because it's gonna change. It's always gonna change. You're gonna be like, you know what? I don't like how I'm doing this. I don't like my intro. Maybe I want to change my intro. I don't even like how I'm speaking because maybe I want to go a little bit lighter pitch, so I don't come off as aggressive in this video or in this video. So all of that just comes with doing it, as with any profession or any
real
job.
success takes like time and
It does.
resilience.
And it also
all that.
comes to knowing a view, being consistent, and also having integrity. Because I know there's a lot of times where early on when it's like, yo, I feel this way about this topic, but I know my audience that I've amassed is it going to resonate with that?
Right.
So it's like, how do I go about that? Usually most of the times, what I know a lot of other YouTubers, what they do is instead of talking about it, they just don't talk about it.
Really? So they're holding
They don't-
themselves back. And
Yeah.
you think the audience can sense that as they're listening?
No.
They
Because
just don't know.
if you've created a pattern, the worst thing you can do is break that pattern.
Right.
But if it's not broken, then the audience is gonna know. It's like, oh, okay, great.
Right.
Right,
Interesting,
right. So
okay.
you're saying some people, other YouTubers maybe don't even address it at all, and they just talk about something else.
Yeah, because it's to the detriment of the channel.
So they throw away everything for the numbers, essentially.
I mean, in some cases, if once you
Ego.
make it a profession, then it's like, yo, if this is gonna hit my check or is this gonna hit my income, then
You got to do it.
it's
How do you feel about that? How do you feel about maybe you feel a certain way with
Especially with
we
politics.
looked you up.
I
We
feel
looked
like-
you up, and it says that you classify or people classify you as a conservative YouTuber, right? Or based on politics. Let's say there's something you don't agree with, whether it's I don't know, so abortion, whatever it might be. Do you not even address it, or do you address it even if that means getting less views and losing subscribers?
before I wouldn't address it, or I'd take a very soft approach to it. where it's like soft criticism, not to enrage, the core base.
Yeah.
But now I felt like it reminds me of like a 9 to 5, where it's like you have that employee, you have that boss, like you're a fucking shithead,
Yeah.
but I can't tell you that.
But the
I have to be
audience is this
professional.
boss entity.
Exactly,
Got
and it was like the
Okay.
whole point of doing YouTube was to get away from that.
Interesting.
So it
no
was
one
like
really
us creating my
sees-
own prison.
Right, because no one really sees the behind the scenes. Like, you'll show up really happy and whatever for 10 minutes. That's all your audience sees. But behind the scenes, you could be getting really affected by all the hate, all the criticism. Because I've seen you on good days and bad days. I've been with him behind the camera on those good days and bad. You're really good at it. I admire the fact how you don't really, at least as far as I know, you don't really bring that with you. Because you get us. I've never seen anybody who I know personally get as much hate as you. And it's pretty remarkable how good you are with that. Because I don't know if I could handle it.
I mean, it's online.
Yeah.
It's like, man, you're not gonna do that. You're not
I see
gonna
that.
kill me.
I always tell you, I'm so paranoid. 'Cause
Those are gonna be my last words. You're not gonna kill me.
Yeah, and everyone's like, where's Lucas?
Right. So what happened is,
What had happened was
Playing
no, but
Mortal
like
Kombat.
I mean, you and I go out to bars and clubs around here, and you'll get stopped a lot. But every now and then, I'm like, oh, if this is one of the guys that like
I
you
noticed
snapped on.
he takes a side step until they're like, no, I really like your stuff. Oh, okay,
cool,
that's
yeah,
cool,
yeah.
man. That's
It's
cool.
like-
Tom nuts
He's
out.
ready. He's
Yeah.
ready to book it.
Yeah, I'm like, all right, does he have a gun? He has a knife. Oh, he's cool. All right, sick.
Okay, all right, okay, we're good.
Really?
We're
I
good.
mean, to that extent.
Here's the thing. I feel like I'm untouchable. Good show, by the way. No, that's Invincible. My fault. Sorry. What's it? Yeah. Invincible.
you.
Good show.
for that.
That's just how I feel. I'm like,
Yeah.
because I feel like no one's that crazy. I know it is, but I don't feel like they would ever come
But in
to
LA,
me.
I mean, I feel it's unlikely for you. But if you were to go to like the South, because you argue a lot with people typically from the South.
Yeah,
With
I
your
know.
views and political beliefs. So if
You would think it'd be the opposite, actually.
well, it depends. I guess it's very contextual on wherever you stand.
I
What
think
have you
maybe
found?
I'm just naive about it. I don't really consider like online someone saying something online as like an actual threat.
Have we ever been out and you got slapped by a chick? You've gotten like called like fuck off. I don't think you've ever gotten
Yeah,
slapped.
no slap.
Yeah.
Nothing.
Yeah, I don't think you've ever.
I
had
think
that.
we've all gotten told to fuck
Oh
off
yeah,
by
plenty
a
of
girl.
times.
Yeah,
Too many times. Anyway, so what if you were to start YouTube now? No, you just have you didn't know. Like I think if you started 2014, 2015, probably a little different than starting in 2021. How would you go about starting now?
So right now,
Mm-hmm.
there was like a method that I used to follow. I was gonna write a book. It was
Write a book?
a little ebook or something.
Okay.
On YouTube.
Yeah,
Sign up for his email.
ebook, yeah. No. It has to be relative because I was doing this with my animation channel. It's like,
Right.
yo, how do you start an animation channel? So it has to be relative. So one thing I found out through my animation channel is that if like for Mortal Kombat, right, the movie coming out. So to make it relative, I would make the animation. I would do like an animation review over the trailer, and then maybe compare it to like the Mortal Kombat games.
Interesting.
So
So is your sorry to interrupt. So do you think your thought process is it more like what's clicking or like what you like? Because I feel like those are kind of
it's a combination. That's what it was. Rev. So the acronym was Rev. So relative, entertaining, and valuable.
Got it.
So entertaining, well, your YouTube or whatever the platform is, you have to be entertaining. If you're not entertaining, there's no reason to watch you.
Right.
Now the thing is with entertainment, that's going to be dependent on the viewer. They may find this person, entertaining, and that person, boring. Where you may be the complete opposite. As far as valuable, it has to be valuable to the viewer. So you may like whatever you're about to say, but if it's not valuable to the viewer, then they're gonna turn it off.
Right.
But that only comes without putting out content.
Got it. Like,
How
how often? How often would be if you started now? How
At least
every-
3 days. At least three times a week. At least.
Holy
At least. Because you need to get the temperature of the room. You need to first off, you need to get a temperature of yourself and how you interact with camera. Because some people aren't used to being on camera. So you're gonna. That's pretty,
tough.
intimidating. It's
very tough.
Having just a camera, and now you have to be entertaining, deliver whatnot. So that comes with that. And then you have people who are like, oh, I like this guy, or I like this about you. Then the worst part is when you have two conflicting opinions. Like, no, you should keep it like this. And then you have people saying, oh, no, you should keep it like this.
That's money.
Then you have to decide, okay, which one do I go? Which one do I feel comfortable with?
Got it.
So you have to, in order to judge how you're doing, you're going to need some feedback from the audience.
But like even I'm saying even well before that, you can't even. You're getting a view, 2 views.
Mm-hmm.
You're getting maybe a comment from a bot. Like you just is it just keep your head down and keep.
I'd say at
releasing?
least 100 videos before
Okay.
you start
Worrying about numbers.
theorizing on what to do.
really?
At
100
least.
videos.
At
Jesus.
least.
Now, my question is the growth, organic growth on YouTube good enough that if you just keep posting somewhat decent videos, you can continue to get views? Or do you have to derive traffic from a TikTok, from your Instagram, from telling friends, hey, go check out my YouTube video?
Driving traffic is always good, but if the content's not there, they're not going to stay.
Doesn't matter.
Yeah.
Got it. Okay, so retention is
But
like,
the
yeah.
YouTube algorithm itself is good enough that you could get views just
I believe so. I believe so because I proved it with my animation channel, based off the you know the relative entertainment and valuable.
Got it. That's like an anime. Do you think that demographic for animation is it for gamers? Is it for aspiring animators or all of it?
That's a beautiful part is that the pool is big enough where I can get a gamer. Because they're playing games,
Right.
they're gonna have an interest. Of, well, always, you know, someone who plays games, eventually that thought is gonna pop in their head. It's like, well, maybe I could do this, or maybe I want to get into that profession. Someone who likes the game and may not be interested in how it's made, they just may find it just interesting. Like, okay, so that's when an animator goes through to create a combat attack. That's what's
Right.
taken into it.
Right.
So that's where it's entertainment, but infotainment. It's like the new where it's entertaining, but you're actually learning from something.
Got it. Okay.
But as far as YouTube growth, yeah, one thing I always advise is get at least 3 or 4 people that you want to or are in your category, in your niche, right? That people compare you to, or you want to be compared to,
Got
and
it.
see how do they go about it. What stories do they cover, and what stories don't they cover?
I'm just thinking of all you get a lot of call-ins. So the reason why I'm laughing is that everyone's like, well, Officer Tatum said this.
Yeah,
and
well, that's
Abel
good because
said
now they have
this.
something to compare me to, but,
Yeah.
and also controversy sells.
Right.
Um,
And then when you and Tatum or whomever have a live stream, your views are
It'll probably
Blow
blow
up.
up. People will probably there's that overlap
right.
where people are like, well, I follow you both, or why I only follow you, or why I unsubscribe from you and I went over here, and that's just naturally going to happen once you get to that point.
Yeah, and I also think like for now, I mean TikTok is the hottest thing, right? So like using TikTok as a funnel for the YouTube. Do you have a TikTok?
I don't.
Would you ever consider getting one?
Yeah, absolutely, because I think funneling is extremely important because even with YouTubing, let's say I don't know, they throttle or they make a new rule or something. As long as you have that organic growth, as long as your audience knows where to find you, and you have an audience and they'll listen to you, whether it's a newsletter, an email list, you have that. As long as you have those numbers, those names, you can always tell them, hey, no longer on YouTube, I'm on Twitch, or I'm no longer on Twitch, I'm on TikTok.
Got it. Okay.
And
so
you do that with your website.
Yeah,
You have like a newsletter or email
Yeah,
database.
it's very interesting as far as the retention, as far as how many from Instagram to YouTube. You'll have more from YouTube to Instagram than people going from Instagram to YouTube, and that's gonna just gonna
Really
be with
interesting.
A and B testing, just to seeing like, okay,
Got
what's
it.
going on? How many people are gonna be coming from Twitch to my Instagram versus my Instagram to my Twitch?
right, and or YouTube to Twitch or Twitch to
Yeah,
YouTube.
or however
That's
you
kind
wanna
of
go.
been your main thing recently. So what would you? Because he's a big TikToker, and how would you format your TikTok? Would you do like just 10-second quick hits of
I
like
don't know anything-
arguing,
I
or
don't-
like what would be your vision?
All my TikToks that I've seen have been like dances.
Yeah,
or
we're not
people,
gonna do
It's like
any-
Charlie D'Amelio and the Sway Boys.
It's something. It's something. It's like a really
Yeah.
something really funny, really just
quick.
small little just bite.
Yeah.
Right.
But I don't know if there's room for different edits, or I don't.
SG,
I don't
no.
And like we were talking off camera, there's so many different niches, just like YouTube in TikTok, right? Like I follow one girl who talks about like facial symmetry, and then I follow another guy who talks about crypto, and then I follow another, a girl that just because I think she's hot, right? So many different niches. It's just like YouTube.
I can imagine the political niche is.
So
right
I
there.
think you could either, like we said, cut up your 10-minute videos to 6 different clips and post them all throughout the week or the day. Or you just make quick little like, hey guys, want to talk about something real quick, politics, blah, 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 funny, blah, 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 cut.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You know what? I would like to do probably some skits.
Yeah.
So maybe that would be what we're
Try to skid out. Just start wooing and just.
Just obey the law, but
Yeah, you're not gonna do that anyway.
Let's get into dating.
This is our number one podcast that we talk about is dating. All right, so we need to know. I know a good amount, but for the listeners,
okay.
how are the women going right now?
It's very
Plural,
nice.
by the way.
No. I call them
this one.
potentials. That's what I call them.
That's a good word. Potentials. Okay. And how are you meeting these potentials?
Just like money, you should have multiple streams of income.
Almost like just
So it's the
pay
same
her?
thing. It's the same thing with women, whether it's apps, in person, websites.
Mm-hmm.
Where do you meet most of your women?
Right now it's Tinder.
I mean, potentials.
Potentials. Tinder.
Yeah.
It's dating apps. Tinder.
Bumble.
I haven't done Hinge. Someone was recommending Coffee Meets Bagel.
Yeah,
Uh,
it's okay.
Hinge, I've heard good things about, but
You went on a Hinge girl last week, 2 weeks ago, recently.
No, it was Tinder.
That was
It
Tinder.
Hinge.
Okay,
Hinge wants me to verify for some reason. Yeah.
I'm here.
It's a picture. It's like,
Oh yeah, you have to like match
Yeah.
it. Yeah, dude, I'm not doing that.
I was like,
Yeah, I'm not
what is this? I've gotten complaints off of Tinder though, because I've had to reset my my account. They're like, hey, your whatever you've been doing has been like considered harassment or something.
What the hell are you messaging them?
I'm not saying anything. I'm just like, yo, is your hair real? Stuff like that.
Bruh.
Yeah, that's.
really, you're getting offended by
Oh,
is your
yeah.
hair real?
I had
You
this
get
one
reported?
chick. I had this. Well, I had. I don't like gingers.
Yeah,
So
we
I
know.
had.
We know this. Or I know this. Yeah.
So I matched with this ginger chick.
Yeah, I know. You showed me the messages.
Yeah.
Well,
and
why'd you match with her if you don't like ginger?
Well, I didn't know that. I figured she was a redhead.
Well,
There's a difference.
Oh,
There's
okay.
a difference.
So
She had a really good
freckles?
picture.
Like
She
the
didn't have
freckles?
she didn't have freckles. She had a
Okay.
really good picture, so I didn't know if she was like a ginger. Because I don't go off the second. If you're good on the
Yeah.
first pick,
So you
we're
like
good.
fake red, not real red. Hair.
Okay.
what are you
Hey,
talking
Real
about?
red is red. Ginger is orange.
Oh, dude,
That's
I
why I
don't
say
even
like
think
mo-
about it like
most.
you think
He's
about it
very
so
like
specific.
He's really
Yes.
technical on how
Yes.
he does
That's
it.
like
So-
me being like, I like blondes, but not strawberry blondes.
You don't like strawberry blondes?
What?
So I'm saying that's like
I know,
me.
he
Ginger
breaks
is
it down-
not
he
red
breaks
at
it down.
all, though. It's not red at all.
There's like a red tint.
No.
But I always you look at freckles right here and then on the shoulders by the nose.
Ugh,
I know,
yeah.
I know,
Okay,
I know.
okay, so you matched with this ginger girl.
But anyways, I was like, just like you I was like, did you read my bio?
You wrote on your bio you don't like
I said
gingers.
no gingers.
He's very explicit. Yeah.
very, very open.
You're a
like, yo, no
savage.
gingers. It helps with the filtration process. You lose a lot of time. You lose a lot of people. I know a lot of people lose a lot of time.
That's
I
right.
call it the phantom zone. You ever been in that situation where you're hanging out with someone and you're just like, oh well,
Yeah.
you don't know what it is.
Yeah.
You're in the fucking phantom zone. That's why.
Yeah, those
Nothing
suck.
has been set, and you just waste time. Sometimes the phantom zone can last years. So I was like, yo, did you read
Years?
yes,
Yeah,
absolutely.
they
You just get
wanna
comfortable.
fuck, or
I
they
see.
fuck,
Like,
and
Ryan,
they
you're like,
just want consistent
I thought like
sex.
talking, and I'm like, okay, well, hit
No,
it quick.
I was like, yo, have you read my bio? She's like, yo, what do you have against gingers? I was like, first off, if that's your question, you're not really offended by me saying that.
Yeah.
So I was like, they have no soul. She's like, don't you think that's a little childish? I was like, no, it's been studies. The freckles take. Right.
I have
I'm
a
going
publication
serious
on
with this.
it, actually.
I'm honestly taking a piss, but she's
Yeah.
like, no, that's absolutely incorrect. I'm just a little sensitive by it.
Okay, so you were just fucking with her.
Well, I'm actually serious, but in this case, but yeah.
You're serious about the soulless thing.
Yeah, all of it. But I was just letting her know.
Interesting.
She was like, yeah, no, my family was discriminated against, blah, blah, blah. Scottish, Irish, or some shit. I was like, okay.
She went on a whole thing.
I was like, what does that have to do with you? It sounds like your parents were. It doesn't sound like you were. And then she unmatched me. I was like, so you don't unmatch me by saying gingers don't have souls,
Well,
but when I
think-
call you out in the nonsense.
Well, she proved it. I mean, she like wanted to show you where she came from, so that was a good sign.
Yeah, I
right?
like that. Yeah, I was like,
you
wow,
know.
really?
Yeah, but
I
that's
wouldn't
fine.
have
So,
even gone that far.
Yeah,
I would have just stopped messaging
just would have cut it. Yeah.
on both
So,
ends.
like-
On both ends, like why even let
Well,
it go? that long?
I can't help that. I
get
wanted to
that.
see how far I could push
So
it.
like, what's your? Because you've been very successful ever since you moved to the neighborhood, and
Don't say that. It makes it sound like I'm like a community dick or something. Like,
no, but like the reality is,
you're doing very successful ever since you moved to the neighborhood.
since you moved, you've been doing very well.
Going down the block.
No, but objectively speaking, you've been doing very well.
I think it's a
since-
different,
Okay,
it's a
let's
different quality
give
of
the
women.
listeners some more context than the neighborhood. Okay,
okay.
so you lived in downtown Los Angeles.
Yes.
At a nice apartment or something like
Sure.
that.
I wouldn't go that far. but
Sure,
yes.
yeah, we could say that.
Ish.
Guess who helped him
And
move?
It had a roof and 4 walls.
Okay.
Barely.
Then Then Tom recommended you move to Hollywood.
That is correct. That is
And you
correct.
live near him now in Hollywood.
That is correct.
Now keep in mind the difference between downtown LA and Hollywood is
Night
like
and day.
6 miles.
Is it?
But
I mean, okay.
Okay.
it's literally
The
6
distance,
miles.
Distance-wise,
the distance.
like,
I
it
mean,
was
like,
8.1.
I mean,
It is a big difference, especially when you're going to Hollywood parties, meeting Hollywood girls, and you're like, hey, where do you, and she's like, where do you live? And then you're like, oh, downtown LA. She's like,
Yeah.
I never had that complaint.
Well, you haven't gone out since you moved yet.
But when everything was open up, I didn't have that. I'd be like, yeah, I live, near downtown. It
Yeah.
seems like forever in the Uber though.
That's the thing.
That's brutal.
now
That's
you're going to
brutal.
realize in June 15th when everything
Yeah.
opens up when you're trying to bring
Well,
the girl back.
I
It's gonna be.
insane.
but also, do you think living near or in Hollywood makes it easier to pull them back to your house?
yeah, location is
Right?
key.
Yeah.
Because if they're obviously, if a girl's really interested, she'll go to fucking Temecula.
Right.
You can, but that's I don't that time period of in the car
hour
going
there,
back to your place. It was like
back.
30 minutes. One time it was 30 minutes. I had to like, okay,
Talk,
yeah.
entertain.
Because
like,
constantly it was
what
like,
do you
are we
do?
there
How
yet?
are you doing? Yeah.
Are we there yet? How much longer? And I'm just like,
Just let's talk
what's
about
the
your.
flex? What's the? Oh
what
my
do you do
god,
for
your
a living?
eyes! I didn't know your eyes were two different colors.
That's crazy. How long have you had that?
No, they're not.
Your parents?
In this lighting, and I'm looking at. Okay, you have
Drive it,
5
hurry
minutes.
up, hurry up,
Just
come on,
like,
get
come on,
there.
bro. Get it together. And then on top of
Yeah.
that, it's a sketch area. So she's
Yeah,
like,
it
so
was.
I play it off and like, I'm gangster, and she's like, oh, stop it. She's like, yeah, thug life on my chest, like, right, just to prep her for the environment she's about to go.
Yeah.
Because it's a very.
He had to prep me.
We're going
when
from
I had to
Hollywood
walk
party
in.
to like,
Yeah.
near
Hollywood
Skid
Hills
Row or
party.
whatnot.
He'll go to a
Really?
nice house.
I mean, it wasn't that
or
bad. It was
here. I mean, when he's been here and he's brought to go back from your house, let's go downtown.
And this
It's
is
completely
crazy
different.
to me because, like,
Yeah.
obviously I've never been to your place, but like, I would
Yeah,
never
it's
think
fine.
the amazing Lucas.
Yeah, is that an
would be-
amazing
I had no
place.
problem with that. For me, I would still be there today.
Thank you for that.
But yeah,
Why
I
not?
give credit. I give credit to Tom.
Yeah.
Because you know what? Someone also was telling me. Someone called in, and they had like a problem with black chicks. It was a black guy said, "Yo, I don't believe date black chicks." And what he said, he's like, "You know what? I found out it was the area I was in." I was like,
Wait,
"That's
what?
interesting."
because
so
he's
confused.
he's taken a lap around the neighborhood, very small, like a mile. He's like, bro, there are stunners everywhere.
It's
I'm
a
like, you're in
different quality.
Hollywood.
It's a different quality of
in
women.
Hollywood. Oh.
Yeah.
It's a different quality of people as opposed to certain areas.
Not
Which is-
necessarily better. It's whatever you're.
See, it's not necessarily better, but if you're looking for something that's not there, or it's going to be very hard to find, then you're
comes down to volume, essentially.
you're fighting it. You're fighting it.
Right.
And it's not needed.
Right. And you could go to a Jamba Juice in Hollywood, and there's one type of girl there.
Yeah, the
And
gym.
You go to
Was it-
downtown Jamba Juice, and there's another type of girl, right? So you're just it's
Or the
about being surrounded by
Because
it.
you're going to a new gym.
It's a girl from, let's say it's a girl from Jamba Juice in Hollywood
Yeah.
that less frequently spotted in downtown or in certain areas
So
in
it just comes down to
downtown.
volume again, right? And then you texted me right the first time you went to the gym, like, bro, holy shit. It's different
Yeah.
than the gym in downtown.
Yeah.
It's just more
Yeah.
people, right?
Because it's like it's a difference between a big fish in a small pond
Right.
versus a
Right.
big fish in a big
Right.
pond.
Right.
A small
So,
fish in
like,
a
I
big
mean,
pond.
even on your Tinder and Bumble, you've changed your radius to what 10 miles? 5 miles?
I've
Not
kept it
even?
the same. I don't like to drive that much.
I know you don't.
mean-
So-
but I've also realized it's dangerous because if you get with someone and then something goes south and they're like a block from you,
Oh.
it's like, and then you go to the
Has that
same
happened
gym
yet?
or something.
Has it happened yet?
Yeah, it's happened before. Yeah.
All right, since you moved?
No, not
Oh,
since
okay, I was
God.
like, geez,
come on,
been 2
dude, you're
weeks.
making me feel like
I mean, most of the time though, it works
Yeah.
in your favor that you're near them.
Yeah.
Most of the time, I'm not saying that one.
Yeah,
crazy
absolutely,
chick, right.
absolutely.
Right.
You'll be going to some nice restaurants with these new girls too. So that's killing. So like, what was your strategy for the Tinder and Bumble? Do you have good pictures, good bio? What's your pickup line?
So I've been looking because I had to revise my my profile. Some of the stuff I was doing natural, but the first one was like have a good lighting.
Yeah.
I didn't know how much that was important.
Oh, it's huge.
I don't know.
It's, I mean, that ties in with good photos. And on Tinder, Bumble, that is literally your whole profile,
Yeah.
other than the 250 characters you get in your bio, right?
Yeah. So one thing I do like is that you can have an avatar. That's one thing I do like.
an avatar?
Like
Wait, what?
what I mean by avatar, it's like a different.
I haven't even been on.
I mean, like a
Tinder to
different,
know what the
different
fuck is that?
representation of like, let's say, I don't know, you want to be the bad boy. So you can
Oh,
put
I
up
see what
like
you're
bad
saying,
boy pictures or whatnot. But you
Got
want to be,
it.
you know what?
Oh, I
I
see
want
what
to attract a different type of girl.
That's true.
It's like,
I'm
well,
not
I
talking
want
about
more of a, you know, a
Wholesome.
CEO or whatever it is. So you put up pictures that represent that.
Yeah.
That's one thing I do
Right,
like.
right.
Because he did a strategy where he's like just trying to attract the party girl. So all his pictures are at bottle
So
service,
that's a different
clubs,
profile
right?
than
Yeah.
you know, wifey or
right,
something.
right.
Like me and a bunch of chicks at a club, right? That's like
Look at me with
one
all
type
these-
of guy.
yeah.
And then me with my cute puppy, that's a whole different type
Yeah.
of guy.
Right.
Yeah.
So what's your
Yeah.
vibe right now? Wifey? It's always been wifey for you.
I guess you could say that.
Yeah.
Or yeah. I mean, not wifey, just not wifey, but I think it's just good guy.
Yeah. You know that's
I think good guy because the first one's a good picture, it's just a profile.
Shirtless pic?
Second one is full body,
okay.
and the third one's like the Halloween physique photo.
So do you
Halloween
think?
physique photo. Okay.
do
So
you
like
think
a
the-
shirtless Halloween.
Uh-huh.
Okay.
Do you think? I'm guessing Tinder, yes, but in person, because you and I had this debate, or not debate, but this discussion off camera of like your muscles ever since you got really fit and you competed. Has that helped in any way?
To an extent, it's also hindered me a bit as well. Because if you have a girl who's used to like the muscle guy, like my ex was a muscle guy, and she had like a bad breakup, she puts you into a category. Oh, you're the muscle douche.
Right. Doesn't even matter.
You're and
You can
it's
say
like,
not say a word and
Well,
like you're a
it's
dick.
better off being the muscle douche than the skinny
Then-
guy that doesn't even get a chance.
Yeah.
Right.
I mean, like I've seen you out. And,
to an extent, but
Yeah.
the great thing about that is that you already know that category, so you naturally come up with lines
Yeah.
or rebuttals or how to you develop that douche game, how to I don't know, temper her expectations of your douchebaggery. It's like,
Sure,
no,
that
I'm
makes
not
sense.
like that.
so, do you think if you'd never had the muscle, would you be in a similar spot because of your game or your charisma?
I think so. I think all of it is just how I view it is games and it's life's in a video game. So you got money. That's
Yeah,
that's gonna
it's
count
an
probably
extra
about
bump.
3 lives.
Yeah, it's gonna be a few.
Good
Yeah.
body,
2.
a life, maybe a life and a half.
Yeah, okay.
Right.
Good job,
Yeah.
ambition, motivation. All that gives you lives.
Got it.
So
But you still have a foundational chance, according to that, because these are all like attributes on a video game.
Yeah,
that you
I
can,
mean-
like, tailor.
yeah, and that gives
Yeah.
you. I think that gives you more lives, depending, someone, let's say, who may not have a body or may not have a good conversation. Like I've noticed, I've gotten handicapped severely in some cases where I know, in other cases, if I didn't have, I don't know, the physique or I wasn't able to do that, I would have been blown out.
Yeah,
Which
yeah,
is like, you know
yeah,
what?
yeah.
You're cute. I'll let you slide that you said that's stupid
Yeah,
stuff.
yeah.
You're like, you got muscles. I'll let you slide. You said things like that.
Right,
That's
right.
I have
But if it
countless
was like an
stories.
ugly dude that wasn't confident
Ano-
and said something like,
Yeah.
"Damn girl, you got a fat ass," then it's like, "What the fuck are you saying, you
Yeah.
fucking creep?" But
It's-
when
Yeah.
you say it's like,
game over.
"Oh, he's so charming, he's confident," right?
Yeah.
Well, you
right.
can't get the fucking creep, but you can calibrate to that.
Right.
Right.
Whereas an ugly guy is like, okay, you don't have that many lives to spare, my dude.
Yeah.
So
Right,
you're
right.
gonna have to be on point.
Right,
And
right.
that's dangerous.
Just
You're
like
on
how
a-
girls will say amongst each other, like, "Oh, he's a douche, he's this, but
Yeah.
he's got a big dick," or "He's good and
He's got
bad."
muscles.
right?
He's got
It's
whatever.
crazy how that works.
It
right?
justifies something.
Yup.
Yeah,
And it's
weird.
like
There's something else
man,
about it I
like,
can't
he's
touch.
such a degenerate, but like
Yeah.
I hit him up at 3 a.m. because he's hot.
Such
right?
an asshole to me, but this Birkin is so nice.
I love
okay. I just
his car, his
he has a
apartment.
good heart. He has a good heart. Okay.
He's
okay.
really funny.
Okay, sure.
So would you? I know you and I know you've told me instances of this as well. Like, would you ever date a girl who had different beliefs, whether it's your politics or Spider-Man, or who's the
Bruh,
best
this
Spider-Man?
one chick. Oh my god.
Dude, he went off on me. He's like, bro, this girl. You tell the story. Tell the
She
story.
said some nonsense. She was talking about how she didn't like Spider-Man 2. And then she
you
went on.
can't
just-
tell him that. You can't. Tell
I
him
almost flipped. I honestly flipped.
Wait.
It was a light.
He's a
flip.
diehard
It-
Spider-Man
it
too.
was like there's certain things I just bad feet.
Yeah.
Like your feet not. There's bad feet and then your
Nails.
feet not done. There's
Yeah.
people. There's just girls who just have ugly feet. The shape of their
So
feet.
you like feet?
It's not foot fetish, but there has to be.
He has a pre-requirement for some of these women who like he will look at the feet first, and for me, I'm chest
I
first
go
usually.
feet.
He
up.
goes feet up.
Feet up.
I don't. I go
What?
this
Feet up.
down.
Feet up. Like
I go chest face down.
Just face down.
That's
yeah,
what I
feet
do,
up. If they're having open toe shirts, okay, let me see if, there's a petty there.
He looks at the feet and
Yes.
the fingernails. He'll look at
Nails, I can't.
eyebrows.
It's just
You do
basic for me.
eyebrows, right?
Good eyebrows.
Yeah,
If you don't have good eyebrows, I can't. It's not gonna work out.
For me, it's ridiculous.
I
when we're out, he's like, bro, I'm like,
can't-
Wait.
Yeah,
So,
yeah.
let me get
Tom,
that.
what Tom will do, he'll think like, bro, you're just bitching out. I'm like, no, bro, her eyebrows are atrocious.
Dude, I tell you, you're
That's-
bitching out so many times.
Okay, so you're telling me if a girl is very attractive, has a fat ass, as you like to say it, great face, nice girl, but like eyebrows are ratchet. You're
Can't
like,
do
no.
that. I can't do that. I can't.
Gene, I'm telling you, I have gotten
another
so
level.
close of slapping the shit out of him. Literally just
You're
like,
on another
Can't
level
do
of
it, bro.
picky.
I just, it's not picky. It's just like, yo, that's, I don't.
It's one thing to be like. It's one thing to be like.
Like, teeth are different.
You
Teeth
have
are
bad breath.
Yeah.
Like,
Which-
sure, I get
yeah.
that, right? But like, eyebrows?
I guess.
Don't get me wrong. Eyebrows are important, but like,
How do you tell if they're angry or not? There's certain things I
my
just I
God.
can't deal with that. I can't. Do, and then I'm thinking like if I want to have children, my child's gonna have bad eyebrows. I'm just like get tattoos.
You got little Lucas
Listen,
coming out. Listen,
I had an
to
ex. She got tattoos. A few exes and tattoo the eyebrows. Right, eyebrows. What do they call it?
That-
Tattooed makeup or whatever.
I understand that part.
It can be. Depending on how little you have, because I've seen some where it's just like, yo, it's
There's
just
zero.
You mind
those
most
girls who literally have nothing
You
and
just-
then they draw a line.
You should just put
They're
a
not, like,
marker. You should,
symmetrical
like, just staple the Nike sign to
Yeah.
your face. It would have been better.
Essentially.
That's just do something.
Yeah.
I don't think that's acceptable in today's age.
So,
I just can't.
dude, I'm telling you, I've gone out with him for years, and this is
It
what I
can
have
be
to deal
fixed.
with.
Like if she has crooked teeth, I don't mind about that because I know you have Invisalign.
What? That should be the
That
opposite.
could be-
You should be more worried about
You
the
can't.
teeth.
You can't grow more brow hair. You can get. You can. Get, where's the lie though? Where's the lie?
Where are your teeth gonna grow after like 12? Like how we gotta get braces?
You can get braces. Yes, that can be fixed.
So you're willing to sit through a girl
2 years of braces.
2 years of braces of dating a girl.
not
Get a
even 2 years.
BJ from a girl in
Invi-
braces? Get the fuck
BJ?
out of here.
Not no.
BJ. excuse me.
Invisalign. It will take like a year. Depending on how bad it is. I'm not talking about they're going Allen Iverson. They're throwing up gang signs.
Every which
They're
way.
doing sign language with their teeth.
So
I'm
you're
just saying.
okay. Overall, you're
Okay.
just very picky.
No, it's not picky.
He's
I think
not-
there's certain
no, he's
standards.
right. I understand where
There's
he's
certain
coming
standards
from.
that everyone has. There's certain standards
Yeah,
that you have
yeah.
that you're like, yo, these are my no-goes.
See, for me,
He can't think of any,
No,
but
no. For me, it's more characteristics, right?
Yeah.
Oh my
like
God, what
she
do you
sleeps
mean?
with too many people.
Yeah,
Or
yeah,
like
that's it,
she's
that's
not
it, yeah.
caring. Or like she just doesn't care about her body.
Okay, how do you-
right?
okay.
So, things like that. But eyebrows?
No, but no-goes, you have, okay, not caring, all that, you find that out in due time. I'm talking about straight up, yes, no.
Physical appearance. Yeah.
Yes.
Okay, so my physical appearance, the things that I won't do is if they're too overweight,
Okay.
Okay.
that's just a no-go for me. But eyebrows.
Other than that, that's it?
If they're okay, obviously they have to be a certain level
As
of
long as they're-
attractive.
Under 120.
As long as they have, if they don't have a heartbeat,
Yeah.
that's a no-go.
They can breathe.
If they're mildly not overweight and they have a cute face, I can deal with it.
Okay.
And then
What
after that,
constitutes-
it's all
What
personality.
constitutes as a cute face,
It's too
though?
subjective to
Okay,
like.
well,
Yeah, that's what I'm
I-
saying. So that would where we get into the nitty gritty. So a cute face for me, you have to have eyebrows.
Okay.
For you, they
Okay.
can have no
So-
eyebrows. You'd be like, well, she has
Well,
a cool personality.
if she draws on her eyebrows very well,
I'll
but
hold
has,
the pen.
Has
I'll
a
hold-
great,
Really?
Has a nice face structure.
Yeah.
Has nice hair. Has a nice nose. Has not ratchet.
What about
ass
fake
teeth.
lips?
We talk about it all the time. We don't like it,
Okay.
but
It's acceptable.
If it's
But
to a certain extent,
there's
it's
a
okay.
volume, there's a
But if
fishiness,
you're
there's a
if you're
fish
like
lip to it.
fucking fish lips,
Yeah.
no, that's a big no-no.
Oh my god! So you don't mind a little filler?
First off, he has like a no plastic policy, which is highly unlikely in the city.
Really?
don't like
no,
And you
no
also
plastic.
don't know if they're also zero plastic.
You,
I asked.
You realize when you
They'll lie.
Who's gonna lie about that?
talking
You really?
oh my
Every
God.
girl lies about that. They know you don't like it.
Celebrities lie about it when we have track records of how their face looks, and then all of a sudden it changes. And
Yeah.
they still
Well,
lie
I hit
about it.
puberty. I'm a late bloomer, so that's when my lips started to form and everything.
No.
If they're in Hollywood, I can promise you they've gotten some sort of work done.
That's fair. That's fair. I don't
Yeah.
mind that. I'm just talking
Fake
like,
lips. You're no.
I'm
no
not a
on the
big
fake
fan.
lips.
I'm not a big.
All right,
I can't
so-
do that.
Botox filler.
Let's break it
fake
down. Let's
All
break it
that's
down.
fine. I
eyebrows.
understand Botox filler. All that.
Let's
Fine.
go head. Let's go head to toe. We know the toes. Let's go. What is your ideal woman from head to toe down? Describe it. If it's hair
Ideal
color,
wifey?
Sure, ideal
yeah,
wifey.
we'll do wifey. We'll not do hookups. Yeah, ideal wife.
Probably more along your lines.
Okay, that's
Yeah,
what I'm talking
yeah,
about.
yeah.
You don't like mine? Mine's too like curvy for
Yours
you.
is
Yeah.
okay. Yours.
No. We're not talking
calm
body
down.
type.
Not
We're not
totally
talking body
curvy.
type. We're talking
Oh, we're
about
not.
like.
Okay.
Oh, you are talking.
I thought we
about
were
Jesus,
talking
I
body
was going
type.
for body
so
type.
You do like the more.
Oh, it's wifey. Yes, because they're gonna expand as they get older.
He really
He
thinks
thinks
he's
like
through.
he thinks it's like an investment.
Yeah, that's exactly what they are. It's an investment.
So
Is
you
this
like
Apple? Is
so
this-
you like
I would
obese
never
girls
marry
to fuck.
thick. I would never marry
That's fair,
thick.
that's fair.
Never.
That's fair. I can see
never
why.
in a million years.
Gravity.
I would probably marry like slim, skinny, or fit.
It's all about the fit for me.
So
Okay,
what?
okay,
Long hair,
got it.
short hair, blonde, brunette.
Long hair, but she can be short hair as long as she has the ability to have
Yeah,
Well,
long
not
hair.
everybody.
Yes.
Scarlett Johansson's like the only one. But
Okay. Do you have a preference in race?
Not necessarily, just fine.
Really?
I think fine is a race.
see, that doesn't help me though as your wingman. That doesn't help.
Fine is a race.
I throw you women, and I don't know what you like.
Blondes or brunettes?
Preferably blondes.
Okay, that's crazy,
That's,
but
But that's natural. But
same with
studies
me.
have shown
Let him go.
you're
let him go.
naturally inclined to be more receptive to a blonde than a brunette.
That's facts. Okay, I've seen that. Okay.
Because they stand out more.
Exactly.
Okay.
Bada
No,
bing.
false. First off,
They do.
Brunettes are way
Okay,
sexier.
do you like
Not even-
brunettes more?
Yes,
You
you know
Okay, there we
notice
go.
a
Okay.
blonde from further
Not for
away,
me. Not for me.
Oh
but
my god.
you like brunettes.
You're a statistical
We're
anomaly.
talking
That's
just
fine.
eye catching.
That's
We're
false.
talking eye catching.
It's not false. It's true.
Bro. Do you care about eye color? Blue, green, brown, red?
No.
Okay.
No.
I agree with you. I agree
don't.
with you.
I like the contrast. I think that's what it is. The contrast. I'm a big contrast person.
Between what?
Like the blonde, and then usually they're like
White.
golden brown. No, golden
Oh,
brown.
so tan
like
blondes.
Jiffy,
Oh,
cornbread.
So
Okay.
he likes
Jiffy
like the
cornbread.
Barbie look like I do.
Yeah, I hate this, but that's what I grew up with.
Yeah, you're California.
That's
though.
what
That
I
makes
grew
sense.
up
Both of
with
you are
too.
born and raised
Yeah,
here. Okay.
Yeah.
All right, that makes sense. Okay. You're wrong about the blondes, obviously, but we
Okay, bro.
appreciate it.
All right.
Thank you so much for coming on, bro.
Thank you for the invitation.
We
I
love
really
you.
Appreciate it.
I love you. Happy to help you move anytime. We're gonna work on your
Never gonna
wingmanning.
hear the end- Never gonna hear the end of that. My
No,
God.
you're not.
paid
That
you,
was the
though.
leverage.
Paid you,
You did
so-
pay me. That's right. No.
That's
There you go.
why I
There
paid.
you go.
Hey, that's why I
Imagine if
paid.
you didn't pay
Oh
him.
my God!
Woo, you would've
every
been out.
day.
You didn't pay him.
Bro.
He
Bro.
would make you fucking make a
Oh my-
YouTube video saying thank you, Tom Carlson, for moving me in.
Every
single little
YouTube
thing.
video, you're plugging me in. All right.
But Lucas, speaking of plugging, please
Yes.
plug in all your socials.
Yeah, it's the Amazing Lucas on YouTube. Shit, no. On YouTube. The amazing animation on YouTube as well. I
Yeah.
forgot I had Instagram. I've been blocked on Instagram for a while.
You've been shadow banned on and
Yeah.
Twitter as well.
Really?
So, yeah, the amazing Lucas on Instagram.
Yeah. You have
Maybe,
merch.
Maybe TikTok.
Okay. I think we persuaded him.
I think we can make you a amazing Lucas TikTok right now.
Yeah,
Yeah,
right after
hopefully
this.
hopefully
Let's
it's
do
not
it.
taken. Yeah.
Yes.
And then,
Twitter, are you active on Twitter?
He's banned.
no, I'm bad.
Oh man.
Okay.
But yeah,
and,
that's pretty much it.
and you have merch. You have very controversial
Yeah, you
merch.
can go to amazinglucas.com.
I think it's
Boom.
like Teespring, right? Or,
Yeah,
yeah.
well, you can click on it and it'll take
Oh,
you
I'll
to
take you there.
Teespring.
Okay.
Cool.
Just making sure.
Yeah.
So thank you so much for coming on, and we really appreciate it.
I had a
and
blast.
thank you guys so much for listening. Make sure you DM us any questions on anything we said. Let them know that Lucas is wrong on all the girl advice. Let me
my
know that I'm
gosh.
right on everything. Please, you can DM me on Instagram at Tom_CarlsonC.
GW Park.
GW Park, great.
Thank you guys.
See you next week. Peace.